John Kennedy. The world is looking. We're about to elect a brilliant 47-year-old president of the United States of America. Remember I said standing here, you don't remember anything else I said. Watch, we're going to have an international crisis, a generated crisis, to test the mettle of this guy.
That's Vice Presidential candidate Joe Biden speaking Sunday at a Democratic fundraiser. All right, you wrote a column about this, Kirsten. You were pretty tough on your fellow Democrat. Did the mainstream media give Biden a pass on those remarks?
Yeah, I think that they did. And I think I was actually more tough on the media than Biden because we don't really know. Biden hasn't actually given us any explanation of this. But the media, if there was any doubt that there was a double standard in this race, it is completely laid to rest by this, because there is no way that this can be ignored. What he said, he goes into such detail. If you listen to the whole thing, read the entire transcript, it is not that he's talking about John McCain or Barack Obama will be tested. He's talking specifically
and
that Barack Obama
that seemed to be
tested.
the Democratic Party spin after those remarks generated some attention. They said, oh, he was just talking theoretically about whichever man gets elected.
And look, he did say that Barack Obama has a steel of spine and people will realize that he can handle it. But that was after this lengthy, exposition on how we're going to have some international incidents.
He went further than that even. He tried to inoculate Obama and himself because he said in the next soundbite, which was also ignored by the mainstream media, look, he's going to make decisions when we are threatened, and some of you will think they're wrong, but they're not wrong. Trust us anyway. This is messianic cult-like devotion, and it's meant to insulate himself from any criticism of the media should he make wrong decisions.
Well, and I guess the scary part about it is that Biden does have access, as you pointed out in your column, to the same intelligence that George W. Bush does.
Probably came out right out of a briefing, and of course, Biden can't hold anything in. The minute he knows something, it goes right to the mouth and out to everybody.
All right, so why isn't it getting more coverage? Why didn't it get more coverage?
I think it really gets to the fact that people have, as she said in her column, people have an opinion about Sarah Palin, so as they had an opinion about Dan Quayle, they think Biden, they know Biden, he's been around. I mean, it was shocking. And he also said, you're not going to like the economy in a year. I mean, the guy was, it is kind of, you could psychoanalyze it, you could say it was refreshing candor, or you could say, my God, what does he really believe about the man he's running with? Maybe there's some envy there. I mean, you could psychoanalyze this. Very little coverage of it. I think it really does demonstrate, not that they're in the tank for Obama, but that they think they know Biden and they've already forgiven him, so he will never get caught on this.
So let me get Jane's argument straight. People out there, and
people in the media.
Thanks for clarifying
media
that.
culpa.
So in other words, it's not that there's a double standard. It's that they like Biden and don't like Palin. I see.
I'm agreeing. No.
Thanks, Jane. I'm
agreeing with you.
This might explain why it is that, according to the Pew Center, the public, by a 70 to 9 ratio, think the press want Obama to win. Why the Project for Excellence in Journalism shows that the negative coverage on McCain is 4 times the positive coverage. I think the pattern is emerging here.
Kirsten, what would have been the coverage if Sarah Palin had made those same remarks?
I can't even imagine. I really can't even imagine. It would be. I think it would be front page news.
Now they're
really
focusing on her clothes.
And I think that we would have heard the entire clip over and over and over again. Like you were saying, the economy part isn't even being discussed. You know, the whole thing was sort of jarring if you read it thinking, I'm a Democrat, I'm voting for Barack Obama. I was thinking, what is he talking about? You know, and does he have some sort of information that we don't know about?
And why is it that Democrats only tell the truth in fundraisers when they think nobody's listening?
Let me pick up on Jim's point, though, because it's a very good one. The Pew Center report that showed huge numbers of the American people don't believe what they're getting from the media. Now, in any other industry, could you afford to disrespect your consumers, whether you're selling hamburgers or gasoline or clothes? This is amazing, and we see the numbers continue to decline, particularly at the broadcast networks and the newspapers, and yet they continue to spill out this drivel, even though the customers aren't buying it.
And wonder why subscriptions are dropping.
Exactly.
You know, I think it is very interesting. I saw Palin and McCain on NBC with Brian Williams, and, you know, they criticized NBC for not running this story. And he said, what do you think of as an elite? And she said, anybody who thinks they're better. I mean, he was trying to pin her on this question of what she really thinks about things. She comes off very well. You know, a lot of people like her. A lot of people may not want her for vice president and may not think she's qualified, but I think the media have lost.
Jane slips again into this.
No, wait. A lot of the polling, let me finish. I'm differentiating this time between the media and people. A lot of Republicans who have been polled have said Palin has not made them want to vote for John McCain.
Maybe
That's a different
Maybe after the media got through with her.
Maybe she comes off very well because she dresses so nicely. There was the controversy about the $150,000 spent on her wardrobe, not all of which apparently she wore. Tempest into teapot, a double standard?
There's a lot of PR involved in this. I remember when I was a reporter of the local station in Houston in the 70s, at the beginning of the Arab oil boycott, long lines at the gas station, we found the chairman of Texaco gassing up in the basement of his building and exposed the hypocrisy of all of this while everybody else is on the gas line. What she should have done is gone to Target, gone to the Limited, gone to some other place instead of this high-end clothing stuff, which cuts against the soccer mom, hockey mom, moose shooting, Walmart shopping.
So
it's a PR disaster.
Was the coverage deserved, I guess is the question.
Well, this is silly, stupid stuff. Whether she's wearing Mahala Blanco boots or not is not going to be responsible for a terrorist attack.
But here's the test, though. Who got more coverage, Biden for what he said or Palin for what she wore?
Very good point. We have to take a break. We will be back in 2 minutes.